So I finally beat The Outer Wilds. I first played this game all the way back in December last year. However, a couple of weeks ago I decided I'd try pick up the game again. I live streamed the whole thing on my Twitch channel. I've been doing a bunch of streams there lately. And I'm really glad I got back into this because it is a phenomenal game. And I cannot recommend it enough that you go play it. And I'm kind of getting into spoilers here, so if you have not played it, just click off the video now because the only way to experience this game is to go in blind. You are only ever going to get to play this game once, essentially. Space exploration isn't something I typically get into much. With some games, I really do like space, like Helldivers, Halo, but then there's other things which I haven't enjoyed to do with space, such as Stellaris. I wasn't really sure if I'd enjoy this, especially after playing it in December and not really getting into it. But then, when I replayed it this time, I kind of understood that the gameplay was not so much gameplay as it was the lore. The lore was the gameplay, which was a little strange of a concept. I haven't played many games like that where obviously all games have lore, a story, importance, some more than others, but this game is purely about that, pretty much. There's obviously gameplay mechanics that you use to get to this stuff and whatnot, but the fundamentals of the game are heavily built on the lore of it. And if you don't understand that part, you're not going to get far in the game, which is why I didn't back in December. Picking it back up though, live streaming it, I had a bunch of people helping me in the chat and stuff, not giving it away, just like, oh, how are you enjoying it? Oh, I really like it. Just engaging with me, pointing me in the right direction at times. I think there was one big area which I didn't know, which was about I'm going to put the spoiler one again, I'm going into spoilers. The warp towers in the core of the Ash Twin, for the Ash Twin project. I didn't really understand how to get there. Then like, oh, have you tried using any of the warp towers on it yet? And I was like, oh, okay, I'll try that. And then it kind of pieced together in my mind, like thinking, there's two of these here. This must be the Ash Twin, or the Hourglass Twins. And then I eventually found the core and I beat the game. Was it that stream or was it the next stream? I think it was that stream. The game's just kind of incredible in the sense that it doesn't hold your hand, it doesn't make you do super heavy lifting. It's kind of that perfect balance. The game doing the tedious stuff for you, like keeping track of everything, because there's a lot. You've got like 5 planets to explore and stuff, and then even then there's like moons, space stations, other things. And then you've also got a bunch of like dialogue from text and stuff. There's like one ability you can learn from Gabbro. There's some information you can learn from just going around Timberhearth. It's all very, very helpful, and there is some stuff which it pays well to remember. But for the most part, the ship log keeps track of it for you, and then you kind of piece the other bits together on how to go about things. So it doesn't hold your hand, but it doesn't leave you drowning, which is a really, really good balance, and I applaud the devs for doing such a thing. And honestly, adventure is incredibly worth it because you've probably heard this a million times before, but it is very much built around concepts of kind of the fear of death, like kind of accepting the unexpected happens, make do with life you can. This game kind of shows you the privilege of having that time, but also makes you realize just how much time can randomly just disappear. And maybe that's why it didn't. I know a lot of people say that it really emotionally impacted them. It didn't do that to me, but I understand it, and that is simply because I've already been through that in life. I've had a couple moments, I'm not going to go into it because it is very personal family stuff, but I've had moments which have made me realise death can happen at any time. Yeah, no, it's just something that I already had accepted, and maybe that's why it didn't emotionally impact me as much. But I could still clear as day see how well it was done, which is why I'm praising this game so much, and it is one of my favourites. Another thing I want to praise is how it has completely kind of reopened my eyes to approaching playing games. Whether this is intended or not, it has. I kind of see the value of the things that maybe you take for granted in other games, because a lot of games hold your hand with markers, yellow paint, stuff like that. This game doesn't. Instead, it gives you hints to point you in the direction, and then you've kind of just got to figure that bit out. My favourite game of all time, Cyberpunk. Most of that game you find just by going with the yellow line on your minimap. That's it. And there's things you can miss out on there and stuff because you kind of blitz through it, you don't go do the optional stuff, but even then it paints out the optional stuff for you. So there's no real reward to the exploration. It's obviously you progress the game, you get loot, whatnot from shooting, but it's not built to be an exploration game, it's built to be an action RPG. And I kind of want to replay some games now without using all that yellow paint and tape. I want to explore, find things. Obviously, if I was to replace that'd be difficult because, well, one, I already know where I'm going. Two, there's a lots more in that game, location-wise, content-wise, detail-wise, compared to Outer Wilds. It's very, very detailed, but also it's very small scale in terms of the planets. Each planet is quite small with only like, I think the most is like 5 key locations on a single planet, but typically the average is like 3. That does get expanded as you explore more, but that's just it, you explore more. So you kind of come back and forth. Cyberpunk. It's a giant, bustling, dystopian city. It's overpopulated, it's ridden with crime. A lot more packed than this. And maybe that's why this game works so well, because it's deep, but not expansive, if that makes sense. It's a very difficult way to describe without sounding demeaning and stuff. I'm not trying to take away. I'm just saying it's the perfect size for this sort of game. Like, the devs have done such a good job. And I'm glad I persisted, because in my first one, the Dark Bramble made me rage quit and I never picked up again. This time it made me rage quit, but I was more motivated. I did have to Google the best way to approach something, because I would not have been able to tell you that to get further into the Bramble, you just have to let go. Let Jesus take the wheel. Yeah, that was like the only time I had to Google anything. Then obviously there was hints I was given, like, for meeting the main story, I was given the hint, go to the warp towers to mess around with them a bit. Another one, I was not really given a hint, I was more told what to do. It was for one of the meme endings. If you don't know what that is, click off, but if you do want to know what it is, or you already know what it is, it's where you shoot your scout into the experiment on the Ember Twin, and then remove one of the, I think it was the white hole or the black hole, one of the two. I believe it's the white hole, and it kind of breaks the fabric of space-time. There's a bunch of meme endings like that in the game, which I've got 3 endings: the true ending, the experiment ending, and then the die before the loop. But all in all, it's incredible. And one other thing, the music again, if you've watched this channel, you know that I always glaze music in games. This soundtrack's no different. It's not this grand orchestral thing, which is usually what I'm kind of drawn to. It has like some moments which feel grand, but it feels a lot more, I want to say the word intimate, kind of close, personal, in the sense that it's difficult. I'm not the best with musical terms. I just have a large appreciation for music. Yeah, maybe one day I'll just sit down and learn a bunch of terms for it. But yeah, it's got a great soundtrack. I love it. I've already got like 5 tracks on my liked songs Spotify. It's been added to my game OST list, and yeah, I just cannot recommend this game enough. It is honestly kind of a 10 out of 10. Been micro-obsessing over it for the past week after I've beaten it, which is a clear sign it's one of my favourites. So yeah, if you haven't played the game already, go out, play it, and I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who joined me on the Twitch channel while I was playing through it. And if you want to join me in my games I play in future, I'm currently playing through Doom the Dark Ages. If you tune into the podcast, check out this week's episode. We're going to explain our new little mini-series in it, which we'll be doing every week. We're looking forward to doing that. It'll be very fun. But yeah, and then I also have like 24 games which I've just got on a Steam thing here, which are labelled to finish. So yeah, that's one of the things we're going to be doing. So yeah, that's about it. See you around.